the zither can capture the essence. During the Qing Dynasty, there was a boy named Li Moshen. At 7, he entered school, but others mocked him because he couldn't even write his own name. When the teacher taught them to write large characters, his classmates could produce decent strokes after half an hour of practice. Li Moshen, however, filled a thick stack of paper with writing that still looked like chicken scratches. One day, the teacher assigned the character 4 zither. Li Moshen practiced bitterly late into the night but still couldn't get it right. His characters remained uneven, with crooked horizontal and vertical lines. Frustrated, he crumpled the papers into balls, scattered them on the floor, and tears streamed down his face. At dawn, his father pushed open the door, picked up the crumpled papers, and looked at them. He then took his son to the courtyard and said earnestly, "Look at that old locust tree in the corner. Last year, it suffered a pest infestation, and half its branches withered. Yet now, hasn't it sprouted new buds?" In the morning light, Li Moshen looked up at the old locust tree and saw tender buds swaying in the breeze. In that moment, he seemed to understand his father's words. From that day on, Li Moshen woke up early every morning. In the courtyard, he practiced writing on a slate with water. When the water dried, he continued. The slate became polished and shiny from his efforts. At night, he copied calligraphy models by the light of an oil lamp. Day after day, spring turned to autumn. He wore out countless brushes, piling them into a small mountain, and used enough ink to fill 2 large vats. 3 years later, when Li Moshen picked up his brush, his wrist was as steady as a rooted tree. His characters, though not masterful, were solid and carried a resilient strength. The examiner, reviewing Li Moshen's test paper, nodded repeatedly, saying, "This writing shows true skill." A few days later, when the results were announced, Li Moshen's name was prominently listed. Through his relentless effort, Li Moshen later became a renowned local calligrapher. He often told aspiring students, "There's no fear in lack of talent, only in laziness. The skill in brush and ink lies in the diligence of every stroke." Over time, people distilled his story into the saying, "Diligence compensates for lack of talent," reminding future generations that hard work can make up for natural shortcomings. With persistent effort, anyone can achieve greatness.